Thanks for tuning in for another essential RC flight test, and today we are looking at the Freewing McDonnell Douglas F-4 Phantom II from our friends at MotionRC. Now, the F-4 Phantom is a tandem two-seat twin-engine all-weather long-range supersonic jet interceptor and fighter bomber originally developed for the United States Navy by McDonnell Aircraft. It first entered service in 1960 with the US Navy almost 60 years ago, and it saw service during the Vietnam War and also during the Gulf War in 1991, and it still remains in service today with Iran, Japan, South Korea, Greece and Turkey, and it's most recently seen service against the Islamic State group in the Middle East. So this aircraft is very historic, and this model version by Freewing is 1/11th scale, has an EDF system. This particular version that I've got here is would be powered by a 6S lithium polymer battery, but there is an 8S version available if you like that bit more power. That's available from MotionRC, but both versions come pre-installed with all the digital Metal Gear servos. Comes with a scale LED lighting system, electric retracts pre-installed as well, with shock absorbing struts and removable missiles and pylons as well. Wingspan is 1030mm, length is an impressive 1550mm, so this isn't small, this is pretty big. So let's not hang around, let's take the components out of the box, let's see what we get. Okay, so these are all the components out of the box. And actually for the size model there aren't too many of them, but they are quite large components, and all we're going to have to do is bolt them together. So starting with the largest, which is obviously the fuselage, it's quite long. It's going to be 1.5 meters long altogether when we've put the nose and the back section onto it. But if I start looking under the canopy, and you've got two nice scale pilots in there with cockpit detail as well, so really nice. And inside here you can see the bay that we're going to have to put our LiPo in. So we've got our retaining strap for the LiPo that we put in there, and our plug to the speed controller. And as with the A10, this fantastic integrated circuit module that reduces the number of channels that we need on our receiver quite significantly. You can see at the back of that unit all the different plugs for all the different control surfaces and the lights and the landing gear that all go into the back, and then a very small number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just 6 coming out of the front into our receiver. So you know, if you didn't have this board, then you would probably need like an 18 channel radio system, which would cost you a fortune. So very clever, and great that they introduced that. Let's put the canopy back in place. Oh, and before I do that, you can actually see the nose retract in there and the servo for steering that as well. Quick look at the wings. So again, nice camouflage scheme, and underneath you can see the retract, with main retract with its gear door and the servos already in place, and all we're going to have to do is put the control rods in place from the servo arm to the ball link, and no wiring to do, because you can see at the edge here, this just clicks into another fitting, female fitting in the wing, so absolutely no servo lead connections to make. It's all done for you, which is going to save a lot of time. Otherwise, the only other bit to show is the rear of the fuselage. Obviously with the F4 it has an all-moving tail plane high up on the vertical stabilizer, and the clever design I can see here is they've got this rod, but it's been is it beveled? Is that the right term? It's roughed up quite nicely, so that and this is one side of the all-moving tail plane. You can see that it's a metal fitting, and that underneath we've just got to bolt onto that rod. but it's been designed very cleverly so that there's no chance that this will slip on that rod. It will grip nicely, and because it's going to have a lot of forces on it when it's flying. Okay, so that's it. There's an instruction manual, as with the A10 Freewing A10 that you can get from MotionRC. These manuals are fantastic. They make it very easy to put these models together, even if you've not done it, a Freewing model before or any other RC model. The steps are very easy to follow. So that's what I'm going to do now. And then the next time you see this F-4 Phantom 2, it's going to be down the flying field, and we're going to get it into the air for the first time. Okay, so here we are with the Freewing F4 from MotionRC Europe. Didn't take too long to put together. It was very quick to put together actually, because you've got all the big components and they literally just slot together. Put in our receiver, set that up, and then put on some decals. There aren't too many to do, and there are about some self-adhesive ones to put on and some water transfer type to put on that you have to cut out first and then put on, but that doesn't take too long. So within about an hour you're ready to go. What should I say in terms of build tips? Not really a lot to say, except for on the all moving tail plane, the elevator there, it's really important to lock tight in the grub screws, because you really do not want those to slip. Don't just screw them in, use some Loctite fluid to make sure those stay in. And otherwise, the neutral point on the elevator is really important. It should be there according to the manual. It's an all moving tail plane, so the neutral position is really important. And as regards the center of gravity, if you come and have a look, the 6S 5000 pack goes here. It can't go right to the front because you've got this bit of foam on the front, so that's as far forward as it can go, and then you've got the balance point exactly. So we're all set. Let's go fly for the first time, see how it goes. So there we go, Freewing F-4 Phantom from MotionRC in Europe, and fantastic. So 2 or 3 flights now, got it trimmed out really nicely. It'll really cook around on that 6-cell system, and there is an 8S version available that will go even faster than that. I don't think you really need it. It's got good power for vertical and for nice scale aerobatics as well. Gets off fairly quickly with the flap as well. Not a lot of flap actually. Got off the deck really quickly. So look it up on MotionRC.eu for a fantastic price. So thanks for watching this Essential RC flight test. You might want to subscribe to this YouTube channel. You might want to join our Facebook group for news, reviews and the occasional free giveaway. But thanks for watching this one. See you next time.